Waycross coverage of OHSAA wrestling is made possible in part by SWOCA, the Southwest Ohio Wrestling Coaches Association. Steve Berke, Matt and Dominique Mercurio, Dr. Kevin Riley, Dr. Stephen Daly, Foster and Motley, Financial Consultants, Jeff Burkhoff's Old Coaches Association, Cold Spring, Kentucky La Roses, Kent Smith of State Farm, Klein Residential, and Dan Starkey.
And welcome to Waycross Community Media's coverage of the 2019 Ohio State Individual Wrestling Championships, coming to you from Value City Arena in the Schottenstein Center here at Ohio State. We've gone through 2 days of competition, 3 divisions, 14 weight classes in each, and we're now down to the medal round in the consolation round. I'm Dave Bean, and with me are Greg Klein and Tim Cunningham. Tim's the guy that manages to keep the cameras pointed in the general direction of who we're covering, because we're trying to cover all of the kids from the greater Cincinnati area and Southwestern Ohio Wrestling Coaches Association who've reached this point in the tournament. That's a bunch of them. So, we're going to be coming up very shortly with the 106-pound match in Division 1, and we'll have a 106-pound match taking place in Division 2 as well. Most of our kids are Division 1 wrestlers. It's kind of the same old, same old. Division 1 tends to perform better than Division 2 and 3. Although, frankly, this year I thought Division II did a lot better job. But what are your thoughts on that, Greg?
Well, we have the first state finalist for Ross High School in Division II.
That's good.
So that'll be, we won't be seeing him in this match, but you know, that's a plus for the Ross High School program. Yeah, Division II's had a few guys. You know, Reading's got a couple. We'll see one of their wrestlers here shortly. But, you know, as you said, we have more Division I schools in the area, so generally speaking, that's going to happen.
Yeah. The looking over at the team scoreboards at this point, last night, at the beginning of the rounds last night, semifinals last night, LaSalle was leading the Division I group. That changed during the semifinals, and St. Ed's has reasserted its position at the top of the board, 176 points to LaSalle's, what is that,
168 and a half.
168 and
a
a
half.
half.
A couple more matches.
Yeah. And then St. Paris Graham, where it was a fairly close match last night, and it's not that bad now, is out in front, 105.
3.5 to 84 and a half.
I need to get some new glasses. And
we're getting ready to start on, Dave, we're going to be on, coming up right now to.
That's Batavia.
Yes.
That's Dan Decker of Minerva and Brandon Souter of Batavia.
Well, that's pretty easy to figure out. B for Batavia, M for
yeah.
Memphis.
See, that's pretty good set of uniforms out there. these two guys are wrestling for 7th place. And if you think that, oh, gee, why are they bothering with 7th place? I'll tell you what, this is one of the largest and toughest high school wrestling tournaments anywhere. And to reach this point in the match, you've got to be a really successful kid, just from an endurance standpoint, if nothing else.
Well, yeah, and they've already wrestled. Well, the 7th, they've already wrestled 1 match this morning if they're wrestling for 3rd and 4th or 5th and 6th. 7th and 8th wrestled.
Yeah, they were decided last night. Yeah.
Well, you got to come back after 45, 50 minutes to be ready to go.
Right.
Even if you've lost, you've got to still come back and wrestle.
Yeah, we just walked in here at wrestling started at 10 o'clock. It's now 11:08, and we're already, excuse me.
Dave's, we got to get him a cup of coffee or something here. Get him, after 2 days of wrestling, even though we haven't been broadcast that much. We broadcasted the semis last night. Just being here for 2 days and watching all this wrestling and talking about it, and that the vocal cords get a little raspy here. So Batavia has a takedown, leads 2-0 here in the 2nd period.
Well, Brandon Sauer is a freshman. He came into the tournament 38-2. He lost his first match, but then got into the consolation and has worked his way back through.
He's turning him now.
Yeah, he's
there you go.
Putting some serious work out on
now on the left side of the screen.
Decker.
Yeah, left side of the screen, we've got Cole Skinner from LaSalle wrestling,
and
106 pound.
He's wrestling Mason Braw of Wadsworth. They're wrestling for 3rd place, and actually these matches still count a lot, for LaSalle. I think the gap is too close to fill, but there's a prideful thing here. I think the LaSalle kids, some of them are certainly a little bit disappointed with yesterday evening, and they're going to make up for it today.
Well, Skinner was projected number 1, lost a close match last night, which could make a big difference for the team title, because now he's best he can shoot for his 3rd, which is good, but missing about 5 or 6 points for LaSalle would have made this a lot tighter. But he's only had 1 loss for the season. You can't fault that. Sophomore.
What that 106-pound does in a tournament is that it sets a tone for your team. Those 6-pounders carry a tremendous responsibility on their shoulders. And while he didn't win in the semis, he fought right back into the consolation round and made his presence certainly felt there.
Well, I think you mentioned last night, said like what St. Ed's took over. That's because they went 7 for 7 in the semifinals, won all 7 of their matches. LaSalle had 8 wrestlers in the semis and only won 5. So those two extra victories St. Ed's had, and plus the placements point, made a big difference. And that's why, St. Ed's is on their way to another title.
Yeah.
It'll be close. And there's still
Souter holds a commanding 5-0 lead here in the midway, about 20 seconds into the 3rd period.
Well, he may be a freshman, but he's wrestled before. He's got some experience there, and Dave's got a couple kids up here, Dave, in the state this year. So they're looking their program on the rise. And
Decker is, I'm sorry, Drake is. It is Decker. It's Drake Decker from Minerva. He's 42-12, and he's a senior.
Right, 106-pound senior.
That's pretty amazing. We don't see that very often.
Kind of reflect back to Zach Shoup from Fairfield last year winning.
That's right.
Oh, there he goes, turning him again. There's 1 minute and 5 seconds left of 3rd period. If he can reset that, he's got the 3, put him up 8-0. If he could scoop that head with his leg there. And
yeah, he's right behind the scoreboard. I can't see. You can. I can see over here to Mat 1.
So
fortunately, they moved the scoreboard on mat 1, but put a different one in.
The Minerva kid's pretty flexible. There you go. Now he's come over. Yeah. He stays right there. He's going to win this race. 35 seconds away from, what is this, 5th place?
I'm sorry?
What's 5th place?
7th place.
7th place. I think he's going to stay right there. We've lost picture. There we go. Now we're back to the LaSalle wrestler. Skinner just in on a low single.
That's Skinner on the left from LaSalle.
5
Wrestling.
seconds to go on the
Mason Braw
for the right hand. And that's going to do it. Time. 3 back points. 8-0.
Mason Braw from Wadsworth was the Hoover district champion. He was 42-6 coming in. Add 2, 44-7, and he's a very successful wrestler himself. And
your 7th place finisher from Batavia.
Congratulations, Batavia. You're bringing home some of the medals from the tournament.
A good start to the this session. We got a 1 win. Now let's see if Skinner over here can, on the left side, we'll probably go to full screen here.
Skinner's trailing 2-1 at this point. And as we've said before, you know, that's interesting. We talked about this kid previously, about how he worked so well from the top, but he had trouble last night on his feet.
Way too high.
And he had trouble today. No,
he's down 3-1. And Wadsworth wrestler's a good kid. I mean,
Yeah, we said he's the Hoover champion.
Yeah.
He's 44 and
good program.
9.
Comes out of a good
very
program.
Successful over the years. Braw is a freshman, and Skinner is a sophomore. They work long range with one another.
Well, they got to push. Hand caught in the headgear. Missed on that.
Skinner took a long shot that was ill-advised.
Tried to anticipate the whistle and just was a little off.
There's
good ankle pick, but he can lift it.
He
got to get behind that. Oh, there's the leg.
Whizzer in. Stick the leg on.
Tie match here, 3-3.
And now he's dropping his head. That's better.
He heard you, Dave.
Arch your back a little bit.
We're going to have a stalemate here. Now here's what do you do here, Dave? You cut him. 43 seconds left.
43 seconds. If you're going to, you better do it soon.
You think you can ride him? I think he's looking to Coach Ryan Root right now. That's what Tim Cunningham's next to me going, let him go. I'm with him. They like that.
Braw is up and fighting Skinner's hands.
Yep.
Skinner's trying to get him back to the mat.
He's got him, but can he hold him for 30 more?
He throws a leg on it.
He's got him broke down. This isn't a bad position to be in. He's a little deeper on the hips.
I don't think there's been any warnings on this mat.
18 seconds. They're gonna, if he comes to his feet, they'll call it potentially dangerous, but he's bringing him back to the mat. Looking for that cradle right there.
Yeah, they call stalemate with 10 seconds.
10 seconds. All right. First move right here, Dave. What's Brew coming up?
Stand up.
I think Skinner's going to come high on the head, just like that.
Yep.
Hold that.
And
he can stay right there for 10 seconds. Got a back point.
He got back points out of it.
There you go.
He knew better what.
Well, Tim, I don't know what Tim was thinking when he suggested that they both go up. That was crazy on Tim's part. But that's why we're up here and they're down there. That was a great comeback win.
That was.
Down 3-1.
That was.
4 points in the last 45 seconds, something like that, yeah. Well, like you said, Dave, that sets the tone for the team.
It does. It does. It truly does. So, Cole Skinner.
Now, where do we go
places
next?
Third.
This is the crazy thing. We have no idea. based on 9 mats going on with kids wrestling for different placements and different divisions.
We have a potential 113-pound match coming up.
We've got, actually, we're on mat 1.
We're back on mat 1.
From Mason, DeTulio versus Moon from Oregon Clay. That's Clay in the green. Just got the takedown.
It's DeTulio is he got here. He lost in the he won out with a tiebreaker, and then worked his way out and got his win here in the consolation semis earlier today, beating Jack Stanley of Brecksville. Moon defeated Dessenter of St. Ed's, and so here they are going for 3rd place.
Well, in particular, DeTulio lost his first round match to even get into Consos, so he's won.
Yeah,
1, 2. He's already won three matches here in the Consos coming back. Come out with 4 victories in a row would be great for Coach Matt McIntyre, head coach from Mason, 3-time finalist, 2-time winner. But I watched Moon wrestle earlier. He's pretty good.
Yeah, he had a major decision, a pin, to get in to the semifinals with Dustin Norris, and Norris only beat him 1-0.
Right.
So, and DeTulio was 3rd in the Kettering Fairmont district that Norris won. So DeTulio is fighting an uphill battle, but he's fighting it. That's the important thing.
Now he's getting stacked up a little bit. We got 1:19 to go. He's getting tipped here.
You know,
yeah. That's a 2-point. So now it's 6-0. Yeah. Moon's a very, very aggressive wrestler. Like you said, he had a major decision, 12-0. He had a pin in the semis or quarters, and then ran into Dustin Norris and wasn't able to score his points. When he gets on a roll, he's hard to handle. 6-0, 45 seconds left in the second period. Well, I think we've mentioned that these matches are 1 minute first period and 2 minutes second and third period. So start on their feet in the consolations. When we see the finals, it's 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. So a little quicker matches here. You got to be a little better. You got to be ready to go. You only got 1 minute here in that first period. So guy that's got his boots laced on tightest and ready to go is most likely to win these. 6-0, 19 seconds left. Second period. Oh, a little early there. Caution. Moon got a little. We're showing the replay there. Okay, now we should be coming back to live action here shortly.
DeTulio
here we go. Up to his feet.
Into the stand-up.
Moon takes him back to the mat. DeTulio looks a little thinner, lankier. Moon's a little shorter, looks a little more powerful. He's taken third period, both up. He's smart enough to, realize he doesn't want to take down because DeTulio might be able to cradle him or, legs, who knows.
Yeah.
So do what you're up 6-0. Don't put yourself in a disadvantage. You don't need that point.
Yeah, there's a, there's a great deal of strategy that gets used. And that's one of the characteristics of this sport. You've got to be a technician. You have to be a strategist. You have to understand the pace, and you got to understand the rules. There's so much that goes into the whole, I guess, wrestler package that I think that too often we don't completely recognize the importance. Oh,
Moon in on a single.
Tuturio.
Yeah. Well, Moon was very aggressive on the head. You saw a little head chuck and heavy hands. He's got Tuturio turned a little bit when he did that, opened up an angle. So worked his collar tie very nicely. So we have an 8-0 lead for Jacob Moon over Dominique Tuturio.
That takes you up to a major decision, which you know, is good from the standpoint of his team.
Mason's right now in 6th place.
Yeah, I was going to say.
6th place.
Yeah.
They don't have, and they're very close to dropping into 7th. But they, with Olin Tangi Liberty coming up, and they're going to score some points in the finals tonight. There's no doubt about that. 2 #1 ranked wrestlers in the country going back to back.
Yeah, they score a lot of points.
So that'll be some points for them. We're going to be bringing up a 126 7th and 8th place match between Mustafa Ball of Fairfield and Shane Hall of Berea Mid Park. That's here on your right-hand side. Ball in the white singlet with the red trim, the Fairfield red and white colors.
He was 6th in the state last year at 113 pounds, and hasn't grown a lot over the year.
You know,
he's got a career record of. I have to get a pencil out to do it. I'm not smart enough.
Well,
to
he's
do it
in on that
head.
single. If he can pull the back end and little scramble, nothing. Got a little loose there, and there's the winner. Jacob Moon, 10-0 over Mason's Tuturio. So on your right, Ball just got taken down for 2. Again, you only had 13 seconds left in the period.
Yeah, Ball has a career record as coming in anyway, as 111 wins against only 25 losses.
No points.
He won the Swoka Glen Sample Tournament this year at 120 pounds.
We'll probably be going to one camera here shortly. That the one Matt on the left isn't any of our kids.
I don't know the one on the left.
I think that's here we go. We're just trying to catch up. I mean, it's a tough job out here. It's a tough job in the truck. They got cameras. They got to have, you know, going to different mats at different times, knowing what's ready. Tony Suarez and his crew. I don't know everybody's names, so we'll just go with Jake and Tim and whoever else is out there, along with all the graphics to try and keep up with.
Yeah, this is what we call Crazy Day up here. It's it gets so wild in terms of getting people on the mat that we have a terrible time keeping up and getting the right people on. Ball is in difficulty out here.
His coach is Barney Wayhoff, former Fairfield wrestler, and he got a little injury, wrist. Get a little conference with 2 former Fairfield wrestlers with a present-day wrestler. Program built by Ron Masonic over 30 or 40 years. One of David's contemporaries here.
He precedes me by a lot.
Well, you did,
I would like to be
run into
mentioned.
each other.
I would like to be mentioned in the same breath as he, but he's a true gem.
They brought 3 wrestlers up here this year.
Jason Laughlin was a state champion for Ron Masonic, and I talked with Jason last year after the tournament, and we were talking about that very thing. What role does Ron Masonic's image play at Fairfield? Jason said that's what he feels is a major part of his job, is to continue the culture that Ron Masonic established, and I think I understand that.
Well, his whole coaching staff
every year.
Former wrestlers. Chad Dennis over at Harrison, who's built a very nice
Yeah,
program.
that's right.
Former wrestler of his.
Yeah, and Ball and Heil are wrestling for 7th place. And again, it doesn't, for the uninitiated, it doesn't sound a lot. But look at it this way. Everybody brags about having a kid who's All-American in wrestling, and that means you finish in the top 10 in the NCAAs. Here, we're taking several hundred wrestlers, and to finish in the top 8 is an equally significant and impressive situation. I'm not sure what that could be 132 pounds, couldn't it?
The match we have going is Josh Dunn from Goshen. He's the lighter, the little Dunn as they call it. Goshen Wrestling, Tyler Masters from West Holmes. West Holmes we don't hear about much, but they've got a pretty strong program. Year in, year out, we always see several of their wrestlers up here in middle Ohio. Let's see them on the board this year. Ball's in a little bit of trouble there. They're going right back, working right on his wrist. Right after he got it taped. 49 seconds left in the second period. Shane Heil leads Mustafa Ball. No points in the Josh Dunn Tyler Masters match. Ready to start the second period.
Josh Dunn is, his brother is wrestling at 160 pounds
right, we'll see him in
the tournament. We'll see him a little bit later. Let's see, Masters, trying to look him up here. Tyler Masters from Millersburg is 40-6 coming into the tournament. And last season, he was that 4th? Man.
Ball trails 5-0 at this point. .50. Heil over Ball. Ball's got to get off the mat here. He's been ridden out that whole period and got approached. It's 5-0. Got to get out of that tilting position. Heil's working to the side. Dunn on a leg. Got spread out though. Got to get back up to his base. Kind of charge it. Hanging on. About ready to call stalemate. Yep, stalemate there. So, minute and 7 seconds left in the second period. Dunn can ride him out and then get an escape in the third. That'd be a good win.
Well, Josh Dunn only missed being in the finals by 2 points. Last night's semifinals.
You're gonna get a stall call here if he doesn't.
And here he is. He's working hard for third, and
hip in. Yeah, he's in trouble.
Now
here.
He's in trouble.
He's still hanging.
Stalemate that one out, I think.
45 seconds. Yeah, 10. And he called stalling. That's hanging on that leg for 5 seconds. That's that new rule that they're enforcing more. You bring the guy up to your feet, hold on the leg for 5 seconds. They're going to call it. And their ball finally gets on the scoreboard. Boy, just a little late. 7-1. Man, he almost had a shot at it. Out of bounds. Oh, here we go.
All
Ball.
right, Mustafa.
He needs to pin him.
Finish it. You got to sit under it.
He's got to just really. That's going to be a 7-6 match here unless he can stick him. Boy, this would be 8 seconds.
Come on,
7
sit
seconds.
under the. Sit under
Boy,
the
that's why he's coming back hard, but can he give her? He's going to run out of time, Dave. Darn it. Boy, that was it. 7-6.
The scoreboard 7-4.
Well, they didn't give him the takedown. It's 7-6. 7-6. It was 7-1. He got a 2 and a 3, so that's 5 points. Watch this. I think we're going to show it. See, the under hips in, boom.
Yeah, nice.
Just couldn't lock it up tight enough. We're going to stay on mat 3. Another Fairfield wrestler.
And on the left, we have Josh Dunn still out here in a nothing tie at 100 and.
That's not Jabari Thomas now for Fairfield. We'll get the graphics caught up here shortly. This is 130. What is this? For 132-pound match.
Jabari Thomas is 26.
126-pound match, yeah.
Yeah.
He's wrestling for 7th and 8th over Lucas Uliano from Olentangy Liberty, Columbus, Ohio. He's in. On the leg, he's holding it, but he's going to give up the takedown. As Liberty wrestler was able to scoot around.
Josh Dunn.
How are we doing with, how's Josh doing over there? He needs to get his escape. He was able to ride him out. Minute 20 to go. He's up to his feet. If he can hip, there we go. He's got to pull that hip down to the mat. He's got the knee down, leg down, but if he can reach back and grab that hip, that's about to force stalemate in that match.
Yeah, and Josh Dunn is this year's at 34-1 coming in. He won the SWOCA Glen Sample Tournament back in December, and as well, he took the first place in both the sectional and the districts. They haven't been in a lot of tournaments this year, and he's only he is a junior.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll be back next year for Coach Dan Hill.
Thomas in on the leg. Minute 20. They started the second period neutral. Oh, we've got a spladle here. He got put in a spladle.
Oh boy.
Look out.
That
That's
can't
back
open.
point. Takedown and
tell you
back.
what, we've been that hold. There's all kinds of incumbent dangers. Now Dunn has managed to scramble over there. He's turned in on Masters.
His reversal right there.
And picked up
9
2.
seconds to go.
And that's the win. That should win this match.
Well, just got to be smart.
Well,
just sit back.
Yeah, you gotta ride this out. But nobody's been warned.
Don't go high.
There's
just
no
stay
warnings
back.
in it.
Yeah. Take your stall call if you get it. There he goes. Step back. There you go. Oh. Hold on. Time's up. There's a win. Josh Dunn.
Josh Dunn, 3rd place. That's great.
And
back here with Jabari.
He's having a tough time here, Dave. 7-0.
We've got more up.
And Antoine Allen just started up. But I don't know where he's at. There he. He's taking him to his back. And in the first period, I don't know if he gave him the back points yet or not. We'll see. Yeah, he got 3. So 5-0 after 1 period. That's the way you want to start that first period. Get 5 points in 1 minute. So Antoine Allen, Cincinnati LaSalle here on the. There you go. We saw the replay. Picked him up, took him to his back.
We want to thank
nice bridge.
Yeah. We want to especially thank all of the underwriters. We've got so many matches going so fast, we're not able to comment on the underwriters in each match here. You'll see their names scroll at the in the credits, and we can't thank them enough. Without their gracious support, these matches couldn't be brought to you. The big one again. And the longest serving supporter of these cable casts is the Southwestern Ohio Wrestling Coaches Association. They're bringing you all the replays, and so grateful for their support over the years. This is the 25th season that Waycross has covered the state finals.
Well, Allen finished 5th last year as a freshman, or a sophomore, excuse me, at 120 pounds, moved up a weight. Good ankle pick right there. Got to finish that, though. It's up 7-1, minute to go in the second period. Coach Jeff Bird and Ryan Root in the chair, urging him on, 9-1, second period. Jabari Thomas working back, down 9-2 with 30 seconds to go, trying to get some back points. And Fairfield wrestlers are, working, just getting too far behind early. Okay, so we've got Allen on the left, Ball on the, or Jabari Thomas on top right, and
we should have
third match. Well, we're going to have another one here. Casey Wiles just coming up on mat 1 for LaSalle.
Do you know who's down in the lower right?
I don't know who that is. I don't know if that's our match.
Is that Robbins?
Might
Reading?
be. Yeah, it is. Robbins from Reading.
Okay.
He's wrestling Shepherd.
They're in competition for 5th place.
Yeah.
Shepherd from Creston.
Here it's getting crazy now, Dave. We've got another match on for Mason. Glasgow. We got Glasgow from, well, we're not showing it yet. We've got 2 more matches going. We can't even show you, folks. Here comes one of them. All right, which one are we showing there?
3-2. And
that's Glasgow in the bottom left. That's Casey Wild in the bottom right from LaSalle. Antoine Allen in the top right. And Shepherd from Reading in the top left.
Robbins from Reading.
Robbins, excuse me.
Yeah. Heck, we're lucky if we know who you're sitting next to.
There we go. So let's see if we can keep track of it for you.
Glasgow's
winning 2-0. Wiles is 0-0. Allen's 12-1.
And Robbins is 3-3.
All right, here we go. We got it. Oh, nice tilt for Glasgow for Mason. First period, he got 2. That's a good start, 4-0. Bottom left, Ryan is Glasgow from Mason.
Glasgow's
up 4-0.
Glasgow must be competing for, he is. He's
7th.
He's competing for 7th.
Yeah.
Wiles is from LaSalle is in the 3rd place match.
And this is important from a team standpoint. Mason's a 1.5 points ahead of Liberty, who just beat Fairfield for 6th place. But they've won a couple here. This is as we started this round, so it'll change. But there's some tight placement positions here. So we'll try and keep you as abreast as we can. Antoine Allen leads 12-2, 40 seconds left in the second period. Casey Wild, nobody scored in that match. And Glasgow 4-0. Dave, you've got Reading.
3-3.
That
That match
think.
is still 3-3, and it's still in the second period with Robbins on top. Literally on top. He's in the offensive position.
All right. So Tim's trying to update the. Here we go. Allen 12-2 with 10 seconds left. These are some big points for LaSalle to get. They can still get this, get a lot closer. They're right there. You got two guys.
This is going to be a dogfight here.
And it'll come down. It won't be decided until several of the matches and finals, because LaSalle will start off strong with two weights at 13 and 20. They win those, could put them ahead, and then Eds has their guys coming up in the middleweights.
Yeah, LaSalle's closed the gap a little bit. At this point, it's only a 6-point gap.
Well, Wild just got taken down. He's losing 2-0.
Robbins gave up an escape to Austin Shepard. And the end of the third period, Robbins in the defensive position, trailing 4-3. That's a match for 5th place at 132 pounds in Division III.
All right.
Well, that's an interesting thing. When you see the listing of state champions that's published by the SWOCA organization, they don't discriminate between Divisions 1, 2, and 3.
Almost got cradled, but was able to escape with 10 seconds. Puts him up 6-2 in the second period. Wiles is stuck underneath with 20 seconds to go. He's not doing very much under there. Third period. A little blood.
Colin Robbins still trails 4-3.
Got a minute to do it. Get up, escape, and get one. Get a takedown.
So, and once again, Robbins got into a stand-up, but Shepard keeps sliding down that leg. I'm surprised they've let him get away with that consistently. That's unfortunate.
Well, bottom right, Wiles in on a single. He's got to finish it, though. He's a little shorter than his opponent. The kid from Perrysburg, or?
Got to get a chest on that. Oh, there. No change. Cole Robbins.
Still not. Wiles down 2-0. Oh my goodness.
Cole Robbins.
That hurt. That just hurt for the LaSalle chances. St. Ed's wrestler losing 4-0. Just turned and pinned the kid from Nordonia.
Robbins just got a reversal and now moves to a 5-4 advantage. Third place at 132 in Division III.
And on Wiles' legs. 54 seconds. He's got to get moving here. Reaching over the top, holding on.
And he's getting back points.
That's not going to get him anywhere. Glasgow leads 6-2 with 1 minute and 8 seconds to go. And
Cole Robbins.
Robbins won.
Robbins finishes off his senior year, 127 wins over the seasons. He was a 4-time league champion and 4-time state well, 3 times a qualifier, and now as a senior ends up in 5th place at 132 pounds. Congratulations, Cole.
Yep,
great job.
5 seconds, 8 seconds left. Casey Wiles is in trouble here. He just gave up the takedown. 4-0. So Casey Wiles finished, what, 4th is that then? Got 4th place.
Okay.
Walk to it. Pull the arm.
4th place, nothing to be ashamed of. Just need to, for the team, it's just disappointing, but hey, 4th place finisher. projected as a 2 or 3, I think, wasn't he, Dave? Okay, here we're down with 1 mat. Whew, back to nothing. There's 1 minute left. Oh, don't give up that ankle pick. So Glasgow's holding the leg.
Good job, good job.
They got out of that. Way to scramble through that. 45 seconds left. He's got the Russian 2-on-1. The front headlock. They're going back to that ankle again. Glasgow reaches over. Scooting on around.
It's wise to give 1 there and come back to your feet.
And no points. They were both on their feet
Oh,
already.
yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just turned and looked and saw him work off the edge.
We're good.
If you've never been to the tournament, it's an experience you really ought to seek to satisfy, put on your bucket list, because we've only got 9 mats going now. Much of the day we have 10 mats, and now we'll drop down to 3 mats on a raised podium, and pretty impressive. The Parade of Champions is something that gives me cold chills, and I've been up here now for over 50 years.
And Glasgow's going to lose 2. He grabs the leg. I think he's given up the 2. 15 seconds, though. All he's got to do is keep from getting turned, basically.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong mat before. That's my problem.
5 seconds. Yep.
Oh.
Match over. And Glasgow from Mason wins 6-4. So we are done for a minute or 2.
That's for 7th place.
Yeah.
At 132 pounds.
1 step up.
That was a good weight class for the area. We've got a finalist. We've got a 3rd place. No, Wiles ended up 4th, didn't he? Well, we've got 3 different places covered in that weight class.
Well, we got about a 5-minute break here. I think we're going to be. Yeah, we're down for about 5 or 10 minutes here.
So we're going to let me run down our underwriters before we break.
We'll be back in a moment.
All right.
Waycross coverage of OHSAA Wrestling is made possible in part by SWOCA, the Southwest Ohio Wrestling Coaches Association. Steve Berke, Matt and Dominique Mercurio, Dr. Kevin Riley, Dr. Stephen Daly, Foster and Motley, Financial Consultants, Jeff Burkhoff's Old Coaches Association, Cold Spring, Kentucky La Roses, Kent Smith of State Farm, Klein Residential, and Dan Starkey.
Did Hurd wrestle?
He's not up yet. No.
Yeah, he's on deck.
Let's see, we're coming back with it. Okay, we're back. All right, Dave, now show him this stuff.
Real quickly, if I can find my list. See, that's what happens. I got too many pieces of paper. Here we go. At 106 pounds, Klein Residential Properties was our underwriter. Dave Foster of Foster and Motley at 113 and 120 pounds. Kevin Riley, Dr. Kevin Riley, 126. Retired coach Dan Starkey sponsored the 32-pound class. Mark Flown at La Rose's for 138. The Jeff Burkhoff Old Coaches Association sponsored both the 145 and 220 pound divisions. Kent Smith of State Farm Insurance sponsored 152 and 182. Steve Berke at Berke Consultants supported the 160 pound class. Matt and Dominique Mercurio, retired tournament directors at 170. And Dr. Steve Daly, the underwriter for 285 pounds. And as I mentioned before, Swoka is the underwriter for all of the replays. So thanks go to all of our sponsors. That big production truck out there doesn't move unless somebody's paying for it. So we're back.
We're watching.
What do we got going?
Darnay Hurd from LaSalle, little brother, his older brother Elon's. We will see him later. Darnay's 0-0 at this point. He's projected third, but I think he's wrestling for 5th place.
He's wrestling for 7th.
7th place.
Yeah.
So, but again, team points. LaSalle needs every point they can get to stay in this. So start of the second period, 0-0. Hey, nice, easy escape. One minute and 40 seconds. His opponent, you get to say his name, Dave.
Wait a minute, I'm sorry.
Alice Shigetti. Spaghetti. Sorry if we messed it up, sorry. Oregon Clay, which we've seen a couple of their wrestlers, and we know what their style is. Be physical, aggressive.
Rotate in! Rotate in!
Hurd leads 1-0 with 1 minute and 15 seconds left here in the second period.
That is Sisbetti.
Still was up before that.
Shigetti.
Sizgetti. Alex says Zizgetti. I bet you.
Zizgetti.
Oregon Clay.
All right. No takedown yet. He's behind. Hurd's behind. Got to bring him to the mat. There we go. 3-0.
Zizgetti
50 seconds.
is a senior. He's 36 and 15 coming in to the tournament. And he's added a couple wins in there. Makes him about 39 and 16.
Whoa. That was a bad turn of events. Escape and a quick takedown ties this match back up. So
and they go out of bounds and gets a takedown.
Stay in the center.
5 seconds left.
Rotate and stay in the center.
No, there's no takedown.
It
There
was-
just got us escape.
Yeah, that's what it was.
So 4-3. Hurd was able to get 1 point out, which is big important. You know, you don't want to have that second period and get no advantage out of that. 2 minutes to go.
Again, I'm trapped on the wrong mat.
Yeah. There's the escape. 4-4 now. Both had 2 escapes. Both had a takedown. So let's see what we can do here in this third period. There's a lot of wrestling action left.
Run it!
Just the few points that.
To the mat!
Oh,
I think he got
oh,
away
he
with
was
one.
lucky to get away with that one.
Yeah. Just he had the duck, but he just got his hip stuck. There you
Tried that duck under again. A high, kind of a duck off
Yeah.
a high crotch.
Spaghetti tried a little trip there with the front headlock. Hurd back on the Russian, 2-on-1. Now they just break it out. I don't think this is going to go OT. I think somebody's going to get a takedown here, Dave, before this.
They're
is
both
over.
really right on the edge of takedowns.
Yeah, there's going to be some action before this last minute. You know, they've been wrestling for 3 solid days. Who's gonna blink first? You know.
Are you serious? Now you're gonna call it pushing out?
There's a hurt takedown and back points.
Takedown and back points.
That's what we looking for.
Bonus points are very useful here. He's not going to pin him there. Watch out! Watch out! Watch out!
He's got to hold it. Got to hold it. Don't get
Give him one, not
yourself.
more. Ooh!
That's some athletic ability right there.
No reversal.
They just
waved the reversal.
Well, continuing action, Dave. Just too much
right.
continuing
Well, he
action.
gave it and then he took it away.
Yeah. I don't know why he's doing that. 9-4, 9-5, 10 seconds to go. Coach Jock Boggs came out of the chair like, what are you thinking?
He keeps pointing to his head like.
Quit thinking, just circle. Just do not tie up, just circle. Push off, push off. There you go. Don't get tossed. There you go, nice win.
There's a warning.
9-5, now that was the end of the match.
It was useless at that point. Oh, okay. Darnell Hurd of LaSalle picks up the win and 7th place for the Lancers of LaSalle.
Well, nice little win there.
Well, actually, we should be going right over to his brother's match here very quickly. Be on 157.1.
Not yet.
He's on deck.
Yeah, we got a little time.
Oh, that's going to be a tough one.
Okay. So we're
got,
just standing here talking, taking it easy here.
Yeah, we're wrestling.
Just
a
right here.
really wonderful day to
Men in black here.
Yeah, be spending our time here this afternoon watching some of the greatest athletes that you'll find anywhere.
A lot of cheers here too. A lot of
oh boy,
a lot of broken
dreams.
Cheers.
A lot of broken dreams. We that match out there is just kind of.
Look at the bowl here.
There you go. There you get an idea. This is at noon on Saturday. Pretty obvious there's a whole bunch of people missing lunch. Well, the other thing is the concession stands are doing good business. And there's the dynamic trio. The guy on the left, Tim, he's the one that actually works. He talks to Greg. He doesn't always. Okay, so we are in a little bit of a hold. We've got a match just about to come on the mat, and we've. Okay, here Elijah Hurd. Wait a minute. I've lost Elijah Hurd.
He's not up yet.
Yeah, well, when he steps on the mat here very shortly, he's going to be wrestling Victor Voinovich at 152 pounds.
Okay.
And Voinovich is one of the significant names in Ohio wrestling. He's only a sophomore, but he came into the tournament at 35-5 and won 2, lost 1, and won another one. So he's 38-6 at this point. He's from Brecksville, and last year he won the 145-pound division. So he's a state champion wrestling up a new weight. And Elan Hurd from LaSalle won the Kettering-Fairmont tournament. He's a junior, and he was 30-4 coming in, 32-33 5, and that we're expecting it to be quite a barn burner. We've got
we're on a match right now, Dave.
Oh, we are? Where are we at?
It's much. They just won that match. The Aurora kid wrestled, so we're done with that too. So
Scheimer?
Yeah.
Blanchester?
Right.
Did he win or lose?
He lost.
He lost. Well, he's 8th. That's okay. That's there aren't very many people. He only was 3rd in his district, and you know, that's
here we go,
8th place
Dave.
in the state.
Here's that match you were just trying to set up a minute ago.
I wish we could set some matches.
Well, it's the Hurd versus
Voinovich.
Yeah, on your left, and Brennan Shirley from Harrison on the right. Oh. Well, that's not Clayton Shermer is who we're talking about.
Yeah, Shermer's on the mat.
Yeah, that's the match
right
we just
on the
watched.
Right. Yeah.
So, and Hurd, and already we've got blood time. So 4-0. Shermer had that throw against him. So a big 4-point move in the first period. That always hurts.
and now
all right,
Shirley is sitting up there is going to be putting legs in. Shirley from Massillon Tuslow is 47 and 8 at this point.
All right.
He was second in the what district is that? Garfield Heights. That's here in the Cincinnati, Columbus area. Keep forgetting where we are.
Hurd in, just a shot, not good. Voinovich, who was a freshman state champion last year, had been projected as potentially a 4-time state champion out of Brecksville. Tough to do, hard to do.
Blanchester Shermer ended up getting an escape, getting a point. He now trails by 3, 4-1 in the second period.
Hurd a little long on the shot. Two powerful wrestlers.
Yeah.
Hurd's given up a couple inches.
And they're both very similarly constructed. It's basically the same size. Real thick-chested, thick-bodied.
Voinovich takes down.
Very, very powerful.
Second period. Well, Sal works that hard on the head like that. That start, always forcing the head down, pretty heavy. We got another match coming up here. Mondello. The Talawanda kid. Just your bottom right. Seen him do some crazy stuff here in some of the early rounds. Just made a few mistakes. Hurd still riding tough. Della gives up 2. Boy, it's so hard. You can't give up that points in that first period that easily.
You stay with you stay over here with Hurd, and I'll stay over with Shermer.
Well, we got a break, so you keep talking, and then we're looking at Mondello getting back, giving up back points to the Nardini wrestler. He's in trouble here. This is still the first period.
It's the first time we've had a Talawanda wrestler here.
Yeah, for a while.
In a long time.
He tried to elevate him through. That's just not going to work. 4 seconds. He's got to get out of that and live to fight another day. I think he will, but he's down 5-0. Okay, we're ready to start action again with Victor Voinovich and Elon Hurd.
Shirley picked up a reversal in back points and pushes his advantage to a 9-1 over Clayton Shermer of Blanchester. Shermer was third in the district, and Shirley was second in his district. That's an important lesson to, I think, all young wrestlers out there. You know, it doesn't make any difference, really. Well, that's not true. it makes less difference than you think where you finish in your district meet. Once you get here, the door's open. It's a whole new set of opportunities, and a lot of guys take advantage of it and rise to the top and come up with big wins.
Boy, he never turned in. I don't see how that's an escape.
And what match? The Hurd match? Oh yeah, I see it.
That's
point.
They show that one over. That's really.
Coach Roots over there protesting. He's spent a lot of time on his feet the last couple days, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Brennan Shirley of Massillon Tuslow has an 11-1 lead now over Clayton Shermer.
1-0. Voinovich leads Hurd. 24 seconds left.
And we got a 7-1 advantage for Peroni over Mondello at 180 pounds. What?
No,
160 pounds.
60.
I'm going to say those are the smallest 180 pounders I ever saw, and they're not. Well.
Okay, that's the third. Hurd takes down in the third. I was bleeding first. Nose.
Shermer's got to pull a big move out, a big cradle or something to put Shirley on his back, and so far hasn't found that combination.
Well, Hurd's up, but Voinovich is a pretty strong kid. Gotta be careful he stays under control and doesn't get sucked back, give up back points, which is what Voinovich is trying to do here. Oh, goodness. Pretty close.
Yeah, that was close compared to the other one.
Yeah.
You know, the one that was given and the one that wasn't given. Well, Clayton Shermer of Blanchester ends up in 8th place. But as a senior, he at least has the capacity someday to be sitting in a gathering and people get to talking about what they could have done and what they might have done if they did done. We heard that last night, as a matter of fact, from a waiter who was talking about that very thing. Well, I could have done this if I'd have put a little more into it. And it's easy to talk about what could have been. It's something else to be able to say, well, I did it. And there's.
Well, we have stalemate, I should say, on more like a stalemate than a stalemate, to be honest with you.
You invented a whole new term.
I think so. 58 seconds. And Hurd's got to get away. Got to get escape. Voinovich is just going to suck him back and try and sit on that. Put that leg in. Same thing.
Sean Mandello of Talawanda didn't win that match.
No.
I've lost my record.
Elon Hurd down. He lost the Nordania kid. So 35 seconds.
Yeah, Mondello also ends up in 8th place.
Just let him sit there. 35 seconds. Hurd's not getting off the mat.
Greg, I'm looking at my chart and I don't see what happened with the McIntosh match for 3rd. Do you remember?
I've got that here somewhere. There we go. Let's watch the end of this. There's 7 seconds left. And they're just sitting there. He's just going to stay there. 3rd place.
Wow.
And that ends it. Elon Hurd takes 4th. So here we go. Macintosh. Here's what happened to the McIntosh match. It's ready to start.
Oh, that's why I don't know.
Yes.
And
So-
I ask you, and you weren't able to use your crystal ball to decide it.
I'm thinking, well, we got hurt here. We'll get this done, and we'll find him. There he is. Brett McIntosh,
there's
Harrison.
McIntosh.
Talking about his coach, Chad Dennis, earlier, Fairfield grad.
This is Aaron Morton of Westerville South that he's wrestling. Morton is a junior. He was second in the Hilliard district, and he was 37-3 coming in. Oh, this is a rematch, as a matter of fact, because McIntosh and Morton met in the quarterfinals, with McIntosh winning 3-2. This happens every now and then.
Well, there's
here.
a discussion here. McIntosh is kind of a funky kind of wrestler. We've seen him numerous times flip and flop around. Not sure, what shall we say, traditional wrestling. So I don't think we know what's going on here. Both up. Did he grab headgear is what I think is what they're calling it. So I don't know. 2-1. So now how are they going?
It's one of our Southwestern District referees, Mark Schutte.
He's the
there
backup.
is the second official on the mat.
So the question is, how are they going to? How will they restart here?
Show 2-1.
That's what the points he put up. He put up 2-1. So I don't think he gave the escape. I thought he gave it for 1 point. 1 point penalty for, now it's 2-2. Yeah, it was a 2 point takedown, 1 point for grabbing the headgear, and then escape given.
2-2.
McIntosh Jr.
And McIntosh won the district at Kettering Fairmont. And I'm sure makes Chad Dennis's heart swell with appreciation for the fact that he'll be back.
And then we have John Mark Williams from Indian Hill on our right side of our screen at 170 pounds. In the red and white, or red and gray.
McIntosh is 48-2 on this season. John Mark Williams wrestled at this level of the tournament last year and was the first Indian Hill wrestler to reach medals in a long time at Indian Hill. There he is. He's in on a pretty good shot. He tends to make his shots are a little bit long range. He doesn't set them up quite well enough. He's a wonderful young man. He plays football. He's a really neat kid. I had a chance to talk with him this last spring on an extended basis, and seems to have his head together pretty well.
Well, McIntosh kind of slipped a little bit into he didn't give up the single, but he stood up and gave up the leg a little bit. So hasn't given it up yet. 1:28. He still leads 3-2. He's got that ankle wizard on, locked in. See, he tries. And watch your head. He's got the head cradled.
That is not Williams on mat 6. Williams in match is 180. They're on deck. Unless the scoreboard broke down. That's not.
It's Matt 6 on 180, Dave. It is 180, Matt 180.
Oh, the bout board's behind.
Yeah. No, he's wrestling. That's him.
Yeah, that is him.
So nothing yet on the Well, he gave up the takedown, but now can he get the escape? McIntosh I'm talking about. Or reversal is which shall we call it. So now McIntosh leads 5-4.
Williams has got to get his hips under him in order to finish off on this takedown. I think he's trying to stalemate it out. We've got 3 matches up now.
I think Chad Dennis is arguing why isn't he getting called for fleeing the mat.
We got Devin Ology of Madison at 170 pounds in the lower right. Trevor Stewart of Urbana and John Mark Williams of Indian Hill. That's another match. Williams was second in their district and Stewart was third. And I didn't look it up. I don't know whether they actually met.
Chad Dennis is really unhappy, Fleeing him. 35 seconds left here, second period. McIntosh leads 5-4, throws the leg in. So we're going to be bringing you Austin Belcher from Elder here very shortly. I think there's like 5 seconds left in that match, so that'll be another match coming up on the board. We'll have 4 matches going. So 8 seconds left in the second period. McIntosh is holding on for dear life here. 2 seconds, 1 second time.
The Ology match.
Red's down. So what do you need, Dave?
I'm just trying to get that one sorted out. I don't recognize his uniform. That's my problem.
Okay. We've got getting ready to start. Austin Belcher from Elder. That's him approaching, shaking hands. He's the bottom right corner, as you can see. Brett McIntosh leading 5-4. Can he hold on here? Getting kind of squirrely there. He's still holding on. I almost think he's going to have a hard time riding him. Probably end up giving the escape and then getting a takedown. He's still in there tight, though. His opponent, Morton, from Westerville South, called stalling. Belcher with his head underneath. Still 0-0. 5-4 McIntosh leads. Can he hold him for 1:12? Who's in better shape? Sometimes it comes down to that at this point of the match. Then John Mark Williams, 1-1. So a lot of close matches. Oh, he's getting ready to tilt him. McIntosh has got that bar in. Can he turn him over? Can he? Oh, he's gotten too high. What have we got here? I'm not sure. Well, he's in trouble. McIntosh in trouble now. There's a 2-point takedown. 29 seconds. Brett's got to get an escape. That's all it boils down to. So we can get this into overtime. He's got a good shot at it. If he cuts under right there. No, don't go under. Don't go over the top. 15 seconds. He's just going to sit there.
Devin Ology
Westerville kid's going to just
Madison
got his foot caught under there. Not going to let it go.
Is there in the lower right. He's wrestling for 5th place.
Oh, locking hands. Wow. We've got a tie match. Well, let's see what
That was a quick one.
6-6, so we're going to go OT.
Ology on right. And Belcher. Belcher from Elder.
Yep, they're going to go to 1 minute.
And
we have injury time.
Corbin May, Delaware Hayes.
So John Mark Williams leading. Three to 1. He's got 2 seconds, 1 second, no seconds. There you go.
He was 7th last year.
He won that match
in this tournament.
Placed twice.
That's consistency.
Yeah.
I know he was open for far better. He got caught a little bit on the draw, and that happens up here.
All right, we got Belcher versus. I'm not sure who he's wrestling. I just know it's 0-0 in the first period. 21 seconds left.
Well, John Mark Williams, you've represented your school well. Congratulations for that 7th place. That's a major accomplishment. You brought a lot of honor to your school.
Belcher with that. I don't know what we call that. So much a front headlock with a. Oh, McIntosh took the offensive. If he can get a takedown here, this is sudden victory. Got 52 seconds left. It's a match on your left. We've also got Logan Iams on the bottom right from Lebanon. I mean from Ross, Lebanon.
Ross.
I saw though.
Yeah.
Coach Rich Dunn does a great job down there. Yeah. 2-on-1. Oh, the Westerville in on McIntosh's legs. 23 seconds. Can he go over the top? See, hanging on with 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1, nothing. Woo! This is one of those matches, I'll tell you.
You know, and you know, these guys, they've by this point in time, they know pretty much about one another. Looking over there to see how.
They're running out of steam here too, I think, a little bit. Getting end of the day, end of the weekend, cutting weight. Long season. So 30 seconds, 2 30 seconds periods left in the whole season. Right here. McIntosh is on top. 20 seconds to go. He's got to hold him. Now these two periods, the first period would have been sudden victory. These two, you wrestle them out. But, you know, so both wrestlers get the opportunity. So 9 seconds. McIntosh with the leg in. Holding court here. Gonna just stay right there. Okay, now 30 seconds to go.
Janetti.
Can he get it?
Janetti was 4th place in the Alliance district. The senior with a 46-5 record. And Imes, we know of. We've seen him before this year. He's a senior also, and ends up with a 44.
He did. We got a 1 point, locking hands for McIntosh. Watch this match on the left, Dave. We got double overtime, final overtime, a 2 point locking hands penalty point. That's his 3rd penalty problem. So 1, 1, and 2. 19 seconds left in the overtime. And quite honestly, McIntosh doesn't have to get away anymore. He's up 2. So I'm sure the Westerville kid's going to cut him. Now they're 3 points. Again, the officials are talking. This is never a good sign. Spend this much time discussing.
Yeah, there's some really funny things happening in that match. It's one of those weird situations.
Okay, we're going. McIntosh leads by 3. Gets in on the leg. He's going to stay right there. He's safe. Might get the takedown himself. Gives up the 2. 8 seconds. He's got to cut him.
Imes Ross is leading 6-1. Here's to go into the start of the third period.
No time left. No time. 10-8. Brett McIntosh.
This is John and Lisa Imes' son, Logan, out there. He's a senior. He's got well over 100 wins in his life. And this is an interesting thing. The kid started out as a freshman at 106 pounds.
That was for 3rd place.
And here he is as a senior at 182 pounds.
We're going to show the pin. Austin Belcher getting unfortunately stuck here. Gets head and armed and right to his back, and it's over.
Oh, that one. I didn't see that one.
That was okay. Back to Imes. This is back to live action.
It's now 7-6. He was leading.
That's going to be 2.
That's 10-6.
Yep. Minute and 13. Had an opportunity to get some back points. Missed out on.
But it is kind of unusual. This is kids grow, but going from 106 to 182 is a pretty remarkable thing. That's not commonly done. He grew 30 pounds just this last year between his junior and senior years. Sometimes we hear from kids what they, things they're interested in, things they like to eat. And this is the first time, I gotta believe, this is the first time I've seen it. His favorite food is sushi. I like sushi, but it's pretty unusual for a teenager to be picking sushi out.
Well, he's winning 10-6, so whatever he's eating is working. So
and maybe a new dietary fad.
Yeah, 106 to 182. So
if you own a sushi restaurant, maybe you ought to open one out in the Ross area. We've got about 20 seconds for Logan Imes to end up with a 7th place medal.
Then we'll be down to 3 matches, Dave. We'll be going to the left in this round for us, which is.
Imes in the offensive position, breaks Giannetti back to the mat. And there we go.
Okay, we got
Logan
another
Imes
match coming up. Matt Boyle, Harrison.
Logan Imes picks up the win and 7th place for the Ross Rams.
Boyle trails by 2. Gave up the takedown 2-0. Boyle underneath. All the Harrison blonde-haired wrestlers. He's the last one, I think.
Max Boyle. He's wrestling for 5th place. Boyle is. And he trails at this point 2-1. Both on their feet. Started the 2nd period.
Well, Dave, up through 138 38-pound weight class. Sal has cut the gap from with St. Edward's from 180 to 173.5. So it's getting closer. It's still open for debate who's going to win. It's going to come down to the finals. Now Boyles gets the escape. Oh, in on it. Oh, just too loose. Gave up the takedown. He was very close to getting it himself.
Lane Clough from Hillsborough, wrestling for 7th place.
Boyles trailing 4-1, 4-2 now. 56 seconds left in the second period.
Boy, there's a school that's got a long wrestling tradition. Hillsborough's had some really fine wrestlers over the years. It's one of the things we talked about before. You know, sometimes you get away from the big cities where the big Division I's are, and you know, it's a good place for keeping kids active and involved. And Hillsborough's done a nice job of it over the years.
On your left, Max Boyle down to 34 seconds here in the second period, trailing. Needs a takedown.
Jacob Pettit is a senior. He was third in the Alliance District. Lane Huff was second in the Wilmington District.
Oh. Not sure what that was. He was trying to throw him or just got stuck, lost his balance a little bit, or what he was trying to do, but luckily nothing happened there. 10 seconds to go.
Clough just got caught trying to roll and got pinned, and ends up in 8th place in the state. He's a senior, and he'll still be able to put that down in his book of memories, because it's a tremendous achievement. Congratulations to you. Well, we're there you see that pin again. He got himself in trouble on that one.
Still 4-2. Boyle cuts him loose. After we finish this, we got
two heavies.
Two heavyweights. Stone from Anderson.
Yep. And Brown from
LaSalle.
Or LaSalle. DeSales. You don't have any body at
wrong. You're in the wrong city again, Dave.
Yeah, in more ways than one, I think.
Okay, Boyle trails 5-2. Now he trails 7-2. Minute and 15 left. Well, it's winding down here. Then we have a big break. They completely tear down all these mats, elevate them, put 3 mats on, and completely refigure the whole arena here. Set up temporary seats on the floor for the family of all the competing wrestlers in the finals, and you have 28 times 3, 84 wrestlers competing.
Now, you know,
this evening.
Harrison kids, I think, really enjoy throwing. This is a time, if you're behind like this, you hope you can get into a nice tie and get a throw in here. to get things back on your side of the fence.
Well, he's going to give it a go, I think, here. 35 seconds. He's trying to load him up. Two-point takedown. So 9-6, 25 seconds.
25 seconds.
Got to let him start both up. So now it's 10-6. 25 seconds. Everybody knows what's going to go, what's trying to happen here. 15 seconds.
Oh, went to hit the head and arm.
Head and arm's going to slip off.
He was lucky they went out of bounds. He's got 8 seconds left. Hooks and throws.
Yeah, he got the two, but he didn't get it back.
Right.
10-8, too bad.
Not enough time for back points.
It's going to be 11-8 with 3 seconds to go. Tough
Good match.
Yeah, good finish.
Good match.
Just couldn't get the back points, couldn't get him on the mat. All right, we've got Baker from LaSalle.
Brown
from LaSalle, I should
Robert
say.
Brown.
He's down there.
He's in for 5th place here. He's wrestling Daniel Buknovich of Grafton Midview. And I have no idea where Grafton Midview is. I have to look this up.
Probably near Grafton.
Well, it's a Medina district.
Yeah.
He won the Medina district. He only had 1 loss coming in here, so he's had 2 losses now. He's 45-2 on the season.
Now we have Kevin Stone up, getting ready to on the other mat onto the left side. Stone in the orange.
And
so they're side by side.
Max Millen beat Buknovich in the quarterfinals to advance to the semis. Kevin Stone, who's out there for 3rd place, is from Anderson, and it's been a while since Anderson's had a placer.
Well, they had a heavyweight. Yeah,
a couple. Yeah,
several heavyweight champions.
Oh, absolutely. But it's been just a little while since that was the case. Stone's a senior. He's
Brown's in trouble here. Brown's in real trouble. This might be over. It is over.
Oh. Wow.
Yep.
He got pinned in his last match.
He got taken once he got to his back, I think.
Max Millen is one of those guys that really thought was going to be in the finals. He lost in the semis last night to Jacob Padilla of Wayne from our district.
Padilla,
right.
We want to make sure we get his name right because they like
Thank you.
Well, didn't Padilla pin him?
I'm sorry?
Did Padilla pin him?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a quick match.
Yeah.
Well, we're about ready to wrap it up after this one, aren't we?
We get
Dave?
one more in.
Do you tell everybody they can volunteer to come here and help work?
Well, you know, we've got 5 cameras running today. We've got people working in the truck on a lot of different jobs out there. You get the chance to hear Tony yell a lot, and you get a chance to witness the real dedicated work that goes on out here by Greg and Tim, who put forth hours and hours and hours, and we're really excited to open the doors to have more volunteers help out. So if you're interested, why not give Waycross a call, 825-2429, or send us a note on Facebook, or send us a contact via send it to Chip at waycross.tv.
Well,
And,
it doesn't have to be wrestling either, Dave. It can be. We cover
lots of stuff.
A lot of sports, a lot of opportunities to get a free admission into a sporting event.
Well, we do it because we get to be inside in the winter.
Yeah. I'm not doing those soccer games in November.
Yeah.
So we got plenty of spots there.
But the volunteers of Waycross are absolutely essential, and anybody help that can give some help is a good way to spend some of your extra time. Have we got that other match?
We're still going. That's it.
Oh.
1-0. It's third period. Stone's got to get away. He's down 1. Coming to his feet.
He's
there
a funny wrestler. He heard
me.
Yeah. He's an interesting wrestler. He's not one of these big, he'll catch you and pin you, but he really knows how to control the territory of the mat. He's wrestling for third place.
Yeah, you got to stay aggressive, keep the pressure on.
There's a double attempt and it blocks off.
Well, at this point, hey, push him with the new rules.
Uh-oh, boy, that was
with
close.
The way the new rules are, I mean, you work hard, you can get rewarded with a stall or a step out.
And we've seen that come into play a couple times here in these finals.
There's only, or at least not the last match in the arena here this time.
Now, as Greg was saying, they're going to clear the arena now, and they bring a crew in here to erect a big elevated location for the championship 3 mats. And then we'll come back in, and I'm not even sure what time, but we come back in. And
45 seconds.
And there'll be the Parade of Champions. That is a truly inspiring event. There's a lot of chills in the crowd for that one. You get to see the best of the best. And we've got a whole bunch of guys vying for titles this year, as we did last year.
LaSalle has 5 themselves.
At 113 pounds, Dustin Norris. At 120 pounds.
5 seconds.
Lucas Bird. At 132 pounds, Jordan Ward. At 138 pounds, Jeff Knopfenegger of LaSalle. At 145 pounds, Christopher Donathan. And at 182 pounds, Trey Sizemore.
We're in overtime here on this match.
And at 195 pounds, Michael Baker of LaSalle. So we've got a lot of them going. Last year, I think we had, what was it, 5 in the championship?
I think we got 8 this year,
Yeah.
5 from LaSalle this year.
Yeah.
Woo, nice job by Stone. I thought he was going down.
Good balance for a guy his size. He's got 36 seconds, and there's still heavyweights. They're gonna drag it out. I think they think sometimes since we've got to be here last, we'll just keep everybody here.
There's another match that's over. 20 seconds here. There we go. I knew we'd get.
There's a warning, yeah.
Yep.
There's the warning. We're backing out, or actually, I thought it could have gone the other way, a drive out, but yeah, that's a referee's interpretation, and that's their job.
So he needed to be able. I think it's because of the previous 2 times they were taken backwards.
Right.
So 2 seconds. All right, now 1 goes down, 1 goes up. Before it was sudden victory. Now it's both of them you got to wrestle 2 30-second periods, and the player with the most points wins. Otherwise, then we go again.
And that's the bloody one. 25 years ago, we saw the first time that overtime rule went into effect.
Oh, that was nice.
There's a nice escape.
Now, can he ride him for? Oh, can he get
and
taken
there's
down?
a great takedown. No, let's see. The refs are talking
They
about
said
it.
his knee was down. They're going to give it to him. They're giving it to him.
That's a takedown.
Yep, I could see it.
3-2 with 23 seconds
He's
left
down.
in the third. The second overtime period.
So now he needs to get an escape again, just like last time.
Stones up, fights the hands, gets the escape.
Can he get the
now
takedown?
with 3-3. Well, this could come down to tiebreaker.
Well, he's got to ride him the whole
Criteria
30.
tiebreaker.
And he'll lose it on that because he got the first warning.
Yeah.
Well, can he hold him?
That's the big question. Or can he tip him? Because with this is you got to go 30.
He's going to try.
And we're out.
But 20 seconds to get a takedown. 20 seconds to win it. He hasn't taken any shots yet. Kind of hard to score off that collar tie like that. And he's getting blocked off. The opposing wrestler's elbows down. Down under the chest. 3, 2, 1. That's match. Tough way to lose.
Wow.
4-3 for third place. You got fourth?
You're right. That's a tough way to lose.
Well, they're both probably so tired.
Yeah. Right now you don't even know.
Well,
You're
that's
just saying,
it for today.
Wow, let's get out of here for a while. So I guess that's what we're going to do too.
Yeah.
Break away and come back here for the championship this evening. And so you'll see our sponsors on the credits page, but especially take a look at the people who are the volunteers who make it all happen here at the Ohio State, the 2019 Ohio State High School Wrestling Championships. If you want to help, give a call to 825-2429 and or contact us through www.waycross.tv. Thanks go again to the volunteers and to our underwriters. You can see that Tim is ready to go have lunch. Greg is wearing his Mount Healthy good luck hat. And we're going to break away now, and we'll be looking for you. Well, actually, we won't be bringing you the full finals. So this is it for us, for Tim, for Greg, and myself. Thanks for watching. So long now.
Waycross coverage of OHSAA Wrestling is made possible in part by SWOCA, the Southwest Ohio Wrestling Coaches Association, Steve Berke, Matt and Dominique Mercurio, Dr. Kevin Riley, Dr. Stephen Daly, Foster and Motley, Financial Consultants, Jeff Burkhoff's Old Coaches Association, Cold Spring, Kentucky La Roses, Kent Smith of State Farm, Klein Residential, and Dan Starkey.